Okay.
Yes, we are live. I am going to the YouTube page just to make sure it's actually live.
I'm not getting a notification of a stream.
Hold on, it's not. It hasn't started yet on YouTube. Maybe there's like a slight delay.
Okay. Oh, it
Yeah.
says
Okay.
live.
Yes, we are live. You should be able to see it now. I can send you a link, by the way.
Okay, no, I got it, because there we go.
I see. All right.
Okay, yeah, I remember last time the stream was a tad behind, when it came to what we would see, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe I think that was at my parents' place and they have really bad internet, so I think it may have been just their bad laggy internet. It may also just be maybe our internet at my place is bad as well. I don't really know, but I know that it's very bad at my parents'
it could
place.
it could just be YouTube when I was... Which I need to do more writing streams. I'm in huge spoilers right now, so I'm probably just gonna tag my stuff with spoilers, but, anyway, when I was doing streams, it would also be a tad behind, and I use Ethernet, so my Ethernet's like super fast, so I think it's just a YouTube thing.
Yeah, maybe it's just a YouTube thing. I mean, I do have an Ethernet cable, but it's really frustrating because my laptop doesn't have a port for it, so I can't insert it into my laptop. So yeah, I have to rely on Wi-Fi only.
Oh.
Which is kind of a shame because, I mean, currently we have pretty good Wi-Fi, but we used to have a lot of Wi-Fi problems in like the entire house, so that was a pain.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, my campus Wi-Fi is actually pretty terrible. It doesn't help that I'm on the far side of campus, and I just have to use the general Wi-Fi, so sometimes... But thankfully I can use Ethernet for streaming, because for some reason, if I don't use Ethernet for streaming, it doesn't let me join calls, which
that's
is
really
really odd.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the heck? But thankfully, I have my Ethernet port, so it's all good.
Nice.
Yeah, so how have you been? I see you're getting your second degree, so congrats on that. That's awesome.
Hold on. First, gonna say hi to some people in chat. Hello, Teshin. Hello, Uphill Woodlands. Hello, Katarina Withers. What team am I on? I am on Team Wither. And Kristen, who is in call with me, is on Team Bloom, I believe.
Yes, I am on Team Bloom. Hello, everyone. Good to have you here.
Yes. So yeah, I am getting my second degree. It's not official yet. I don't get called with like the confirmation for everything until like next Wednesday, I believe. But that's like the official part. But I succeeded in my internship and I passed all the tests I needed to pass. So basically, I am like unofficially, I guess, graduated. I just need the official call, and after that, the diploma, of course.
That's awesome. So if you don't mind me asking, what's your first and second degree in? Because you have two now, which is impressive.
My first is like, what was it? What do you call it? It's like, in Dutch, it's called like animal and behavior, which basically means it's like a low, not very high. Low is a big word. It's a not very high level education for just taking care of animals. But since I don't want to do anything with animals as like my work anymore, like I do love animals, don't get me wrong, but it's just not something I see myself doing as a job anymore. So I got that degree, and after that I was like kind of searching for a while, like what I wanted to do next, because I did want, like, I mean, in Dutch everything works a little bit differently. Obviously, we have basically like different levels, and I have a currently the diploma I just talked about is a level 3, and I wanted a level 4, which is basically the highest level I can get at my current level. There's like sub levels, and there's like bigger levels. It's all very hard to explain, but out of my like stuff I can handle without like getting overstimulated and stuff because of autism, I am going for the level 4 now, which is the highest I can get at this stage. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's sorry, it's so very difficult to explain. I really don't know. Like I once watched like a really educational video about how the Dutch educational system corresponds to the American educational system, but I didn't retain anything of it, and I don't know the video anymore. So oh well.
No, that's okay. Like the American, I know it's a bit different compared to most other education systems.
Yeah, it's like a bit different, and our whole college system, I believe, works a bit differently since we have all these different levels and sub levels. It's all very hard to explain, especially if you're like not in the Netherlands. So I have to use like English terms that kind of correspond, but I don't know all the English terms, so that can be kind of hard. Let's see.
Y-
Uphill Woodland says, "Cool, we're on the same team." Neat. Uh,
Yeah, the only levels you can really get for degrees in the US are either bachelor's, master's, or PhD,
I think we
which
have those
bachelor's is
in the
like,
Netherlands too, but for like really high, for like university and stuff. But I don't go to university. I go to a pretty low level, like educational school, I guess. I'm not sure. I always call it college, but I'm not even sure if that's the right word because I just don't know how it corresponds to like the American definition of college. But it's always like the closest definition I could find that I know of, so I just call it that. Maybe it isn't
yeah,
even officially college, but
I mean, college is not the closest term because for the US, any education after high school, even if it's, just general public education, is on a campus. We call it college, but like something super prestigious and like fancy, that would be a university.
oh, I see. Yeah, we do have university. That's like one of the highest levels educations you can get in the Netherlands. But like the whole college thing, we have like different levels and all that kind of stuff for that, and that's just I don't know. It's really difficult to translate that into the English or United States terms, I guess.
Yeah, because we don't really have levels in the US.
Yeah, it's like it's. I know how the Dutch system works, but when comparing it to the United States system, I just get so confused. It's very difficult to compare.
I mean, it's the same with me when it comes to the UK education system. Like, even our different words for elementary, middle school, and high school are just completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have different words for those compared to both United States and England as well, or Britain, in Dutch. So I'm not even gonna touch on like the different schools. I always just call it like I don't know, middle school and high school or something. But I know it's not technically the correct term because again, in the Netherlands, our terminology is just a little bit different.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder how if people want to move countries, they're going to be able to transfer their degrees
Yeah, that sounds
over.
difficult. Yeah, I wonder how that would work too. Like I used to want to move to the US a while back, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this, but I just wanted to become a taxidermist in the United States, so I didn't even want any degrees or anything. But that was like a really weird dream of mine in 2015 or 16 or something.
Yeah, I mean, what the US is going through now, like, don't move here.
No, I mean, it's not my dream to become a taxidermist anymore. Anyways, I mean, I do it for hobby, but not as like a job or anything. I sometimes just take a course, but it's really expensive and I'm just not good enough, I guess. So, and I don't really want to learn anymore. I have fun, but it's not something I want to pursue as a job, and uh, especially not in the I mean, no offense against anyone in the United States, obviously, but it's just not really appealing at the moment to move there. Uh,
I
so
mean, especially because, with the whole Supreme Court ruling, I'm just here like, can I leave? Like, can
yeah,
I just move to Canada forever?
yeah. I mean, currently I want to just stay in the Netherlands, but and if I should ever like move away, I'd probably go to like Austria or something because I really know it there. Like we go there every year pretty much, so I kind of and I speak German, so that wouldn't be. I mean, my German isn't perfect; it's far from perfect, but I can at least understand most people. and communicate fairly well. So, Austria sounds like a decent option.
Yeah, that sounds like a bit better fit. Plus, you don't have to deal with the US insurance system, which, oh
Yeah,
boy, like, even I don't want to deal with that.
yeah. Sometimes, yeah, it's not always great. I mean, the Netherlands has a lot of problems too, but God, it's it's tough.
Yeah, so I wrote, like, right now, just mostly looking at our government going, what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I hope I don't get demonetized for for discussing this stuff.
I don't think you will. Um, but yeah, other than that, I've been okay. I actually have a 4-day weekend. Well, had because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then there are no classes or anything Monday
Mhm.
because it's July 4th, which is our Independence Day.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's true.
yeah, not gonna do much for that though. Probably just gonna eat like a hot dog or something.
Oh, nice. I mean, I myself, we don't celebrate 4th of July, obviously, since the Netherlands different. We do have Liberty Day. I think I've told you that before, but it's on like I believe it's in early May. I believe like the 2nd or the 3rd. We have our own Freedom Day. But we don't
Oh,
do it with
nice.
like we don't celebrate it with fireworks or anything. It's not really all that big.
Yeah, that's okay. Um, yeah, so not a whole lot of. So, I mean, other than that, I start summer 2 classes. So, we'll see how those go with, you know, just life and, because I'm also working, so,
Oh yeah.
but it shouldn't be too bad. I mean,
So are those like just classes for summer or?
yeah, just classes for summer. They're a bit more intense than fall classes, just because they go faster.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they're not really, super different.
Ah, okay. So don't you have like a big summer vacation over there?
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna actually be going on vacation in from the 8th all the way to the 6th, either the 16th or the 18th, if I remember
Ah, okay.
correctly. Which I'm pretty excited. We're going to Hilton Head.
I haven't heard of that. Is that like a location?
Yeah, that's a pretty well-known beach in the US. I believe it's in one of the Carolinas, either Southern or Northern Carolina.
Ah, okay. I see. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a beach person myself. We always go to the mountains. So for our holidays, that's just something our family does. We have never really been like beach people. We always go to like Austria or somewhere else in the Alps because we are like mountain folk. We just love climbing mountains and walking on mountains and that kind of stuff.
Honestly, I'm also more of a mountain person, but I also don't mind the beach as long as, I bring a good book and don't get sunburned.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as I have a good book, I can go pretty much anywhere. Let's see. Oh, this is a nice pattern.
So I say
And
you're.
oh, you go first.
Oh, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, that's okay.
So how's your writing with Dark Stones coming along?
Yeah, pretty neatly. I think I started chapter 13 or 14 recently. No, 14. 13 is already done. I just need to fix it up with the whole subplot of like the owl, which you suggested I change. And chapter 12 has been fixed, as I've told you, I believe. But I still need to fix chapter 13. But other than that, it's going pretty well. Got some ideas for some more novellas as well. Though obviously I'm going to wait for a bit until writing more because I mean I already spent so much time on the Broken Vow that I kind of just want a break right now from doing more novellas. I want to first do the main story.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's funny though is that thanks to Warrior Cats, I no longer think of side books as novellas. I can only think of them as super editions.
Oh, I mean Warrior Cats has novellas too, to be honest. But yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. Like even you know Wings of Fire, like the dragon books.
Yeah, the winglets.
Yeah, like even the big like the ones the Legends books in Wings of Fire, which are like basically the super editions of Wings of Fire. I regularly hear people refer to those as super editions, despite them being called Legends in the Wings of Fire terminology. But a lot of Warrior Cats video essayists or people who do video essays on Wings of Fire, they just call them accidentally call them Legends or super editions anyway. I just think that's kind of funny.
I mean, to be fair, Super Editions does sound a little cooler than Novella,
Yeah,
so.
true. It sounds cooler than Legends or novellas. It sounds pretty cool. So I totally get where they're coming from. All right, I have this one done. Time to move on to the next one. I just saved a
Wow,
bunch
you're.
of refs in case our fight goes down.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're really fast at drawing. I'm like not even done with the sketch yet.
Oh dear. I mean, I am kind of fast, maybe, but I'm only doing headshots and only flat colors, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah, see, I'm only doing a headshot, but I'm just here like, oh, I'm not even done with the headshot yet. Um, but then again, I am heavily referencing, so I
Oh
am a
yeah.
tad slower.
What are you currently drawing? What kind of animal or person?
Wolf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which for me, I always usually pull up references for my stuff, which just because I feel like that makes it a bit more, accurate when it comes to, what I want to draw and stuff.
Yeah, that's totally valid.
Yeah, which I actually remember looking at this one video that was super helpful,
Mm-hmm.
where it said in order to get a better dynamic pose but still use references, you can actually look up videos of, animals doing whatever and then take screenshots from the
Oh
video.
yeah, yeah, that's actually pretty good advice.
Yeah, which I'd never heard that before. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cheek fluffs. Very fluffy wolf.
Oh, that's like the best wolf is when they're super fluffy.
Yeah, this is like a half, I believe it's like an ice elemental wolf or something, so I don't know, I just thought the design looked cool, so.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta draw designs because they look awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with the expression. Does it have fangs? No, long fangs. That's a relief when doing Dark Stones art. I don't have to like do the long fangs that the wolves in Outcast Grove have.
Oh, do you find the long things a bit more difficult to
Well, it's
draw?
sometimes difficult to angle to make them look proper from like a different angle because it will. I don't know. It sometimes looks awkward.
Ah, yeah, I can see that causing a slight issue sometimes.
Yeah.
I forgot to mark in the cheek fluff here.
Oh dear.
Um, nah, it's fine. I mean, what I do with my stuff is I take a photo reference and I just trace over it to break that down into shapes,
Oh
like
yeah, I've heard of that.
very basic shapes, and then I just copy those shapes by drawing them again. So
Yeah.
that's just how I mostly reference things.
I also worked a lot of Outcast Grove this afternoon. So I mean, not just the preview, but like also I also did some frames of scene 3. So that's going pretty smooth as well.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Oh, how am I going to draw these spikes? It's so difficult. I love this design, but it's so hard.
Oh,
There's like horns and spikes.
oh man, that does sound quite difficult. I mean, personally, what I would do is I would take that reference and just mark out where the spikes are using triangles, and then just, try and copy said triangles onto the reference, because it's easier to turn things in space if you only see them as like super simple shapes.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me try that. I just copied the spikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, and it also has shoulder spikes. Fluffy chest. Mm, 3 shoulder spikes. Okay, I think I got it.
Yay! Yeah, I mean, hopefully that did help.
Yeah, I think it worked. Alright, let's get to line arting. Wait, I keep forgetting to save while I'm line arting. Like, what if the program crashes or anything? So I'm just gonna make
Oh,
sure to
geez.
save.
Yeah, but you definitely want to save.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes Manga Studio auto recovers files, but not always, so it's better to save extra.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way with anything where I click save like several times because I'm like, okay, did it actually save?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Alright, let's look up the. Mm, okay, now we go to the teeth. Six insiders. I hate that I pretty much know the entire teeth formula of like wolves and stuff. I know exactly how many teeth they have of each type.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No, I mean, I used to be like really obsessed with like skulls and stuff like that, so I just kind of studied them a lot and you kind of just learn by yourself. I also used to know the thylacine formula, but unfortunately I kind of forgot, so I don't know.
Wait, what's the fallacy formula?
The thylacine formula, like for the thylacine animal.
Oh, okay, thylacine. Okay.
Like they have similar teeth to like a canine, but not exactly. If we look closely, there's quite a few differences. And these
Oh,
teeth are not exact, luckily, because I'm not going to go for an exact teeth. But for like a thylacine, they have like subtly different like teeth from like wolves and canines. So, and a lot of people draw them like exactly the same. And there's like, if you look closely, there's like a few small differences. So.
yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, a lot of people also think that thylacines are like canines, but they're not, obviously. So
No, because aren't they like marsupials?
yeah, they are marsupials. They just kind of evolved to look like dogs or wolves. They're like kind of like hyenas. Hyenas also look like wolves or like dogs or whatever, but they're not either.
Yeah, I think they're related more to cats
Yeah, they're
than actual.
closer to cats, hyenas, and thylacines are obviously marsupials, so they're closer to marsupials.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had more marsupials in the US. The only one we have is the possum.
I mean, I believe we have none in the Netherlands, so you have more than we do.
Yeah, that's true, but our possum is cute, but at the same time they could be somewhat terrifying looking.
They're like those with like the pink muzzle, right? Right, and like they scream a lot, like the in those meme pictures.
Yeah, like Australia, for some reason, it got the cute possum, but we got the ugly possum. It's like, okay, who switched our possums?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have any marsupials in the Netherlands, unfortunately. Would be cool though.
I mean, to be fair, our possums do eat a lot of ticks, which is really nice. They also cannot get rabies, apparently, because their body temp is too low.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's at least good. We have a lot of. I mean, we don't have rabies in the Netherlands anymore. At least not among canines. I'm not sure among other species. Uh, but like, yeah, that's always nice if they can spread rabies.
Yeah, because rabies is terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know it's pretty much eradicated in at least dogs. I'm not sure about like wild canines such as foxes. I know the wolves don't have it in the Netherlands, but I'm not sure about foxes, to be honest.
Okay, so in the chat, when I think Katrina said, where I live, there are plenty of possums, and sometimes they even come up on our porch to eat. Which, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty cute.
Yeah, don't feed the wildlife. You shouldn't feed wildlife.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, sometimes on our campus we have animals that steal from our trash
Oh dear.
can, but that's about it. Like, I once saw a squirrel running across campus with a whole pizza slice in his mouth.
Oh dear.
But thankfully, they're not used to people, which is good because animals that are not scared of people can
Yeah,
be
that's
dangerous.
you know what they say, like a fat bear is a dead bear and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard a fed animal is a dead animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in my undergrad campus, people would feed the squirrels, which I didn't because I knew it was bad for them. But they fed the squirrels, so the squirrels would just walk up to you expecting food.
Oh
And it's like, I better not get attacked by a squirrel.
yeah.
And thankfully, it didn't happen, but like some people were encouraging squirrels to climb on them, and it's like, what are
Oh
you
dear.
doing?
No, that's not very nice.
I know it's like that is
Even
not
if they want
thing.
squirrels to climb on them, other people probably don't want it.
Yeah.
I
Although we
mean,
do have geese on our campus and they just had babies, so they are being super overprotective and just angry all the time.
we have so many geese around here, like especially those Canada geese, like with the black head and stuff. Those are like, there's like an insane amount of them in the Netherlands. Like they aren't even supposed to be here. They're like an invasive species, but they're here anyway, and they're like everywhere, and they all have young right now. So there's like hundreds of them in our entire neighborhood at the moment. It's insane.
Oh man, yeah, like our Canadian geese for us aren't an invasive species because, right next to Canada, but like my gosh, they can get so aggressive where I was walking away from a flock that was like 6 feet away, and they still hissed at me, and it's like, I'm super far away from you. Why are you
Yeah.
being aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, over here they're not exactly aggressive. They're more like just everywhere, and they just kind of block our roads and bicycle paths sometimes, which is really annoying because they just don't move. Like they somehow
Oh no.
they don't realize that they can get hit and stuff, and they just keep sitting there. And sometimes they literally block like an entire road, and then there's just like what do you call, like when cars pile up after one another?
Car accident?
No, like not an accident, just a row of cars.
Oh, a traffic jam?
Yeah, traffic jam. They just create like mini traffic jams in like the neighborhood because they're just on the road and they don't move.
Oh geez.
So yeah, they're not very aggressive over here, except if you get like really close to the babies. But otherwise, they're pretty decently behaved. But they do like block everything, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, like the flock of geese that hissed at me, like I actually yelled back at them that their kids were ugly. Cuz like I have to do something. But I mean, thankfully we've actually had right now cuz it's spring, the fish are spawning in our ponds.
Hmm.
So there's actually a ton of wildlife on our campus, which is awesome.
That's pretty neat. We just have a single cat at our campus, but nothing more.
Well, it's the campus cat.
Yeah, it's like, I believe
Um,
it's just we live our campus is like in the middle of a neighborhood, so I believe it's just somebody's house cat that they let outside, which I am against, by the way. Don't let your cats outside, people. But it always walks up on our like on our what do you call it, like the I don't know what you call it, like the school terrain, I guess. So we basically just have a cat guest every once in a while.
nice. Yeah, I don't like when people let their cats outside either. It's like, what are you doing? You're putting your cat in danger,
Yeah,
and
and I
also
mean,
other wildlife in danger.
yeah, and I mean, our cat, like Jimmy, is my cat. He sometimes comes outside, and that's always my parents' fault. It's I don't want him to come outside, but he lives with my parents, and they get the final say. So they always put him outside, and I don't want him to, but I can't really do anything about it other than I mean I've told them like 1,000 times they shouldn't do it, but they do it anyways. So yeah, it's really annoying. Like earlier or later something is going to happen or to him, and I know he causes damage because I've seen him hunt quite a few times. So I feel so guilty, but there's really nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
It's just really
I
annoying. I
mean,
hate that.
yeah, it's similar to my when my parents would let my dog off leash when they would take him for walks. I would always be like, "No, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
And
exactly.
one time he actually ran away for a couple hours when
Oh
we were
no.
walking in the woods. And thankfully we found him again, but I'm like still mad
Yeah.
about that years later because it's like we could have lost our dog.
Yeah, exactly. And like my dad always sometimes does that with still does that with our dog, but the problem is our dog is blind, so he doesn't really know where he's going. He knows the routes we walk normally, but he's like obviously he doesn't have like a total perception of where he's going. And my dad then lets him walk off leash, and he has fallen into the water quite a few times just because he can't see where he's going. And I feel so bad for the poor dog, but that keeps him off leash sometimes, and it's just so sad for the poor dog.
Jeez.
And then he always calls me all panicked, like, I help, the dog fell into the water and he's all dirty. I gotta wash him. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but that's not my problem. I don't let him off leash.
Yeah, it's like you made the dog fall into the water, now
Yeah,
you're gonna wash the dog.
especially since I don't live at home anymore with my parents, so I don't know. He always asks me where the shampoo is, and I just don't know where to keep the dog shampoo. So I don't know why he always calls me when it happens.
Yeah, that is a little odd. Um, yeah, I mean, I've had like I remember one time our dog was walking off leash and he ended up chasing one of the neighbor's cats up a tree,
Oh dear.
which I felt so bad for that poor cat.
Yeah.
But it's just like we're just like, and this is why you don't let your cats outside, and you don't let your dogs off leash because things happen.
Yeah, exactly. I just always feel so bad for animals when that happens, and especially with just the fact that keeps letting the dog off leash, and the fact that they keep letting the cat outside. Like, just don't do it. It's not hard.
Yeah, like if I had a cat that wanted to go outside, I'd either build it one of those patios so that way it could stay outside, but like in an enclosed, safe area,
Hmm.
or I'd, buy one of those cat harnesses and take it on walks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jimmy used to be an inside cat for like 2 years until he found out how to escape, and then mom and dad just gave in and they gave him like a cat flap, and from that point on he was like an outside cat. But and I used to be pro outside cat, but then I did some research and I realized that it actually isn't really good at all, not for the cat and not for the environment. So yeah. Is this correct? I hope so.
Mm.
All right. This is a very complicated design. I thought it was simpler when I saved it.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean the design I'm drawing isn't complicated, but I'm just looking at the reference and I'm like, oh no, how do I draw this? But it'll work out. I'll figure it out.
I think luckily most of my dark stones designs are very simple, especially since they kind of look like Balto characters. So they're not very difficult. I guess I still need to draw like a reference sheet for like Wessels when he's possessed. So that still has to happen, and I think that's going to be a pretty complicated design. But other than that, everyone looks kind of easy, I guess.
I mean, you did already draw him with his armor on, so there's that.
Yeah, true. I'm going to make like 2 references for his possessed form, like one without armor and one with armor, but with armor is going to be very complicated since I can draw
Oh,
armor very
jeez.
well.
I mean, personally, again, I just reference a lot of stuff, so if I have to draw armor, I just literally Google armor and look that up.
Yeah, I did
Because
the same for that picture I drew him with his armor on.
oh, that's good. Yeah, because it definitely makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it's just really hard to get armor to look right without using the line tool, so I tend to just use that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, let's see what the where I live, there's a clan of somewhat feral cats living on a patio, but we don't want the possums coming up because 2 of our cats had kittens. In our patio there's an indoor patio, but the cats broke a cat door, so now they can get out. Oh, okay. Someone was talking in chat. Let's see. The reference sheet doesn't show what the inside of the wolf's mouth looked like, so I'm just going to guess.
Okay.
I mean, it has very like icy colors, so maybe the inside of the mouth should be bluish, but it doesn't say that anywhere on the reference sheet, so I'm just gonna go with pink to be certain.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I made that mistake with my human characters where I didn't give them any mouth references. It's like, oh, I should have probably done that.
Yeah, I mean, I have none for the Darkstones characters, but I'm pretty neutral. They should just all have neutral mouth colors, just dark for the gums and lips and paler for the tongue, pinkish. But other than
Yeah.
that, I'm not very picky when it comes to what mouth color they use for that. For Outcast Grove, I'm
Yeah,
a
I
bit
mean
more
that
picky.
yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, for me it's like, yeah, it's nothing real fancy with my human characters either.
Oh, I suck at coloring these teeth because the wolf's pelt is white and the teeth are white, so I can barely see what I'm doing. So I turned on
I
the
mean,
white layer.
if it helps, color them using a neon color, click protect alpha, and then just color over the teeth white again.
Oh yeah, I think I
Because that's
found a
what
way
I
that
do.
works. What does the protect alpha
If
thing
I
do, by
have
the
like
way?
similar colors on my canvas, because otherwise yeah, I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, but what does protect alpha do exactly, by the way?
Project alpha, it basically means that you can still color and mess with the layer it's on, but you can't color outside of that.
Okay. Mm,
So it's really handy when it comes to if you wanna, color if you wanna again just make a color, neon, just see what you can doing and then recolor white.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes it super simple.
I think I found a way to get it to work. I'm getting tired. Why am I getting tired? It's only 7 or like 8, I guess. I mean, I did draw like 5. If I complete this one, I'll have drawn 5 attacks today, so that's quite a lot.
Oh yeah, that is quite a bit. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of the same way where sometimes after drawing, I'll just be exhausted and I'm like, what? I didn't really do much today. I drew. How am I tired?
Yeah. I mean, I did also do a lot of Outcast Grove, so I guess maybe the combination of doing so much art fight with Outcast Grove combined, that just, I don't know, make me tired? I don't know.
I mean, maybe, because again, it happens to me too, so. Because art is fun, but sometimes it can be a bit tiring, which is, again, confusing.
Yeah. I may do an Outcast Grove stream tomorrow. I'm not sure if you'd be able to join.
I might be able to join. I mean, I'm available on Sunday. I might not be available near Sunday night, but your night is technically my like afternoon, so
Yeah, time zones are so confusing.
yeah. Again, I have my times. I have my time zone. I have your time zone on my phone, so that way I know that you're only 6 hours ahead of me, which is weird to think about to me because I don't know. It's just so odd imagining people in different time zones.
Yeah,
How right for you it's night out, but for me it's like a nice sunny day, and it's like that's so interesting.
yeah, it is. I mean, yesterday it was kind of annoying because Artfight didn't get started until like a certain time zone. So basically, I had to wait the entire day for Artfight to get started, despite it already being July the 1st, which is the date Artfight starts. So I basically had to wait until it was like night over here for it to get started, which is just really annoying.
Oh, same. Like I only had to wait like 2-ish hours, but it was just like, well, that's a bit annoying. Like it's July 1st now. Let me draw.
Yeah, and I had to wait like pretty much the entire day, like until it was around this time, maybe a little earlier or later, but I had to wait a whole lot, and it was just really annoying. Like I wanted to get started right in the morning, but then I just saw that the countdown still had like 9 hours to go, and I was just, oh, why?
Yeah, but at least it's here now, which oh man, I'm gonna be 25 soon. I'm not ready for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not ready to feel old.
I mean, I am 24, so next year I get to be old as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, but I mean, man, a quarter of a century.
Yeah, true. That's quite something.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's better than not getting old. That's at least the better option.
Mhm. Alright.
See.
This one.
Hmm.
Why is it always 49 or 51? I need 50%. Okay. No, it's 53. I'm just struggling with the opacity.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, sometimes the MetaBank panel do that to me, and I'll be like, why?
Uh, like, especially with tablet, it's like nearly impossible to get things right on the Fire Alpaca
Uh,
with like the
yeah,
opacity and stuff.
yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that being an issue. Okay, there.
Alright, let's see if I can find something nice to go along with this wolf. I think this will do. I'm just using public domain images as backgrounds. I'm too lazy to to draw something myself.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna also do simple backgrounds, just because again, I'm going on vacation, so like, yeah, I don't have a lot of time
Yeah, no,
for
that's
this.
valid.
Plus, I think I think the images you choose, the backgrounds, they still look nice. So, you
Yeah,
know,
that's what it's all about. So
and besides, art fight should be fun, so it's not like I'm gonna, stress myself out over something like a background.
yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna make the wolf a little smaller because it's quite big. I'm not sure if I should do like a last one today or if I should just stop the stream now and continue tomorrow, or maybe I should just sketch a third and just finish it tomorrow.
Maybe sketch. Because I mean, you're pretty fast at sketching, at least faster than I am, because I'm still sketching, but to be fair, I'm struggling with this drawing, so
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, usually I'm faster at drawing than this, but right now she's like, oh, this is a struggle, but at the same time it's gonna end up looking cool, so it's like I'm gonna stick with it. Plus it's good practice.
True, true. I'll just sketch out the final one and then just finish it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I also have like I just got placed in a new map art, so maybe I can work on that tomorrow as well. I'm not sure if I'll stream it, but otherwise I'll just stream Outcast Grove probably.
Nice, yeah, like I am kind of envious how you're able to animate because I never learned how to do that, so.
I mean, I never really learned either. I just kind of taught myself. Oh, help. My program isn't responding.
Oh no!
Oh, okay, now it is, luckily.
Okay, good.
My tablet isn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't recognize my tablet pen.
Huh, that's odd.
Maybe if I plug it out and in. Oh, it has a lag, I see. Something's wrong. Not sure what. Alright, please work, please work, please work. Okay, yeah, it's back. Yeah,
Oh, good.
I didn't really get taught either. I just kind of taught myself because I mean, I did try to go to like art school, but it never turned out. Like I never ended up going, so I just kind of ended up freestyling it myself. And I did look up some tutorials, but I mean, I used MS Paint, which isn't actually an animation program. I just kind of made do with whatever I had.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, and you're still good at it, so.
I mean, Fire Alpaca is definitely better for animating because it actually has like onion skin and stuff, and MS Paint did not have that, which was a huge pain. All right. I like this sketch so far.
My sketch looks kind of ugly, but I keep telling myself that it's not done yet, so.
Does this dog have like a bag? Oh yeah, it has a bag. Okay, cute.
Okay.
I think I may as well line art it. It's not a very difficult character to draw. The last one was just
Oh,
a little bit of a complicated design.
uh, okay.
I'll just line art it, and I'm not sure if I'll color it today, but we'll see. Let's see what chat is saying. Happy early birthday. Oh, you get a happy early birthday because in the chat, so that's nice.
Thank you.
Does this character have like a fur tuft on its forehead? No, it doesn't. I definitely like my modern style. Like I'm finally kind of happy with my style. Like that took me so long. Like pretty much the entire style throughout all of All in Ones and Renegades I kind of hate. So I'm so glad I finally found a style I'm kind of like pleased with.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I remember with my first style, looking back, I'm like, wow, that's not great.
Yeah, and I mean it definitely helps that I'm like practicing now and just taking my time and just doing my own thing. Like All in One's kind of the style is kind of mixed. Like it's sometimes it looks like Balto, sometimes it looks more like Bolt, and sometimes it's kind of my own thing. But it's I don't know, it just never really worked, and it lacked structure. None of the characters really looked like they had like proper builds, if that makes sense. It's always just kind of looked off, and now my style finally looks like it kind of makes sense, and like there's more of a structure going on. So
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I looked at my style, I was like, whoa, I actually don't hate this.
yeah,
So my style is like this really, it's like if anime and Disney had a baby.
oh yes.
'Cause I started out drawing anime, but then I was like, I don't like this style. So I kind of eventually evolved a bit more into Disney-esque stuff.
Alright, I am done with the line arts. Let's see if I can get the base layer of color. After that, I think I'll quit.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Gotta mute myself. Oh, someone came in. Am I back in the? Can you hear me again?
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Okay, good. I think I'm going to end the stream about here. Just gonna make my base layer. Invert. Alrighty. I'll fix this line art. Alright.
Okay, well, thank you for inviting me to stream. It was super fun.
Oh, no problem. Maybe tomorrow I'll tell you about if I have a time, or yeah, I'll tell you when I have a time for streaming.
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Just gotta fix this. I forgot the cheek fur. Alright, let's see if I can close the stream. Thank you for joining, everyone. Bye.